Here we go. Spoiler alert, audience. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the weekend. Welcome to Friday. Welcome to Chris Kattan Day. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello. Hi. Hello there, sunshine. Have a seat. Let's get started. Have a seat. Yo, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Okay. Okay, that's good. We only have an hour. We only have an hour. Well, there's the show. That's it. Yeah. You took up so much time. We don't have the audience giveaway segment now. Yeah. I'm just kidding. There is no audience giveaway today. No. No, they're gonna get something a little bit later. I told them a few minutes ago. Anyway. Audience, save a lot of that love for my good friend. It's Miss Kendall over there. Hello,
Kendall. Good morning. Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I messed up your hair. Go like that. You have one little look.
This
you
one?
You have a flyaway right there.
Yes.
I don't.
Oh,
because you know what's gonna happen, Kendall.
Oh, no.
Right there. You
Jason,
see it?
it's a perma mess up now.
No.
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'll
go
fix
ahead,
it.
look
Get
at
the
yourself.
camera off me, Leo. I'll fix it.
Yeah. Because audience, you know what's gonna happen. This is, you know how I do. We're gonna get emails about your hair, so. You look great. It's fixed. Let's take the shot now. It's fixed. There we go, yes. Yeah.
Whatever. I try. It's Friday for me too, guys.
Your hair, look, let me tell you, you could wear a baseball cap, you could wear a potato sack over your head, you'd still be beautiful. You'd
Thank
still
you.
be good, yeah.
Especially with the potato sack.
Yeah. Well, speaking of beautiful, I had a lot of fun on the radio show today because for those of you who don't know, I do a radio show as well. My co-host is also a dear friend of mine. We've been friends since 2006, and most of that time I have known that she's really wanted a baby, and for years, and I'm not talking tales out of school, she's been very open about this, which I think is great for women that share this struggle. She struggled many years to have a kid. And earlier this year, I found out that my buddy Alexis was pregnant. I shared that all with you. And then this morning, I'm thrilled to tell you that about 24 hours ago, Alexis had her baby. Alexis had her baby. That's right. A little baby boy. This is the announcement that Lex sent out. That's Toro, though she goes by Alexis Thompson. Toro is her husband Angel's last name. Alexis Thompson Toro. So that's the baby Toro announcement. It was very funny because, you know, it's a little early. Lex was due like in the middle of January. But I'm thrilled to tell you that mom and baby are doing just fine. The baby's really small, but they're doing great.
Good.
We do not have a name yet. I texted her, I said, girl, the moment you know that name, you better text me because people are going to be asking. I do not know the name. But it was very funny. If you do listen to the radio show, we always joke when we raise money for charities. Alexis gets very excited. So I play this sound effect that sounds like popping. And for like 7 years, I've said, oh, Alexis having charity babies. Well, listen to this. This has been a joke for 7 years. When did Alexis give birth? On Give to the Max Day.
Oh my goodness, right.
She literally, Alexis literally had a charity baby. Literally, yeah. So
that's so cool.
Yeah, so I know she's resting with the baby. I don't think she's watching, but I just want to say I love you. I love you so much. I think you're going to be you're going to be such an amazing mom. I'm so glad you have this blessing, and much love to you and Angel. Relax, enjoy it. Don't you worry about a thing. I love you, friend. I love you. I love you. That's my girl. Yeah, she is. She's gonna be a good mom. She is. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Good today. Fresh meat in that hot dish. Let's get started. I don't know why I said fresh meat. Anyway, this is, woof. I have a lot to say about this. Buckle your seatbelts, everybody. Taylor Swift is once again calling out a pair of music executives who now own much of her back catalog of music. In a long Twitter post yesterday with the title, "Don't Know What Else to Do." You're looking at the full post right there. T said the American Music Awards are honoring her with an Artist of the Decade award, and she was planning to perform a medley of her songs. Sounds great, right? Well, Taylor Swift says Scooter Braun and Scott Borchetta, the executives, who now own the songs from Taylor's old albums after buying her old label, aren't allowing her to perform any of her old songs on TV because they claim that would be re-recording her music before she's allowed to next year. I'll explain more about that in a minute. She also revealed that Netflix has been making a documentary about her life the past few years, but the same dudes, the two executives, have declined the use of her old music or performance footage for the project, even though she doesn't mention them or the label at all in the movie. Taylor breaks it down by saying, and this is a quote, "The message is very clear. Basically, be a good little girl and shut up, or you'll be punished." Okay, here's the thing. You can argue, and there probably is a good argument, that Taylor probably isn't 100% right in a contractual sense, in a business sense. She may have known. She may have willfully signed away, and that's how business works. So I want to be very clear on that. I want to be crystal Carrington clear. However, I feel strongly about the fact this doesn't look good for those guys. It doesn't look good for these guys. It's not a good PR move. Because look, it doesn't look good for that line. We pointed that line out for a reason. Because the perception, and perception will become the reality. Because hundreds of millions of her fans won't take time to look through the details of the contract. What they're going to hear right now is this. Two big rich executives are preventing her from singing the song she wrote and produced. That's it. That is going to be the perception by 90% of the public. If I were these two guys who do not need the money, let's also say that, this is all in service to ego because both of those guys don't need any money. They have an opportunity here. They could be the bigger person. Let her go. Just offer to sell the music back to her and end this because this isn't a good look for them. This isn't a good look for them.
No, I agree. I agree 100%. I think, how do you make a Netflix film or talk about Taylor being the artist of a decade without being able to use any of that music? You cannot do it.
No.
So she's kind of stuck, which is why she did that, to do exactly what you're saying, to be like, now it's on you, bro.
It just seems petty. It seems very petty. And again, this isn't about money. This isn't about money.
None
Scott
of them
Borchetta,
need money.
As Weezer said in Steel Magnolias, Scott has more money than God. You know what I mean? It's
right?
like, you know.
Right.
So it's ego. It's all in service to ego. And Scooter could have a great moment here by saying, you know what? Let me sell the music back to you. We're done. Because obviously they don't want nothing to do with each other.
Right.
I don't know. It's just, it's not a good look. Next on the dish. 1 week to go until your kids will be begging you to go see what could be the biggest movie of the year so far, Frozen 2. Look at this.
Elsa, get out of there!
I believe in you, Elsa. More than anyone or anything. Mentally
Idina Menzel's back. That's Idina singing a new song from the movie called Into the Unknown. It picks up 3 years after the 2013 movie as Elsa and Anna and the rest of the crew go on a journey beyond their homeland.
Jason, it's Anna.
Oh, what did I say?
Anna.
I said Anna. I'm sorry, Anna. I should know that. I'm a Disney guy.
Yeah.
Anna and Elsa. I'm sorry. It's the Theraflu girl. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I was gonna say you are my Disney homie.
Yes,
so
I know.
You need to know these things.
Well, the first reviews are in, and they're mixed. The sequel right now does have an 82% on Rotten Tomatoes, but many critics had a problem with, and parents are going to be with me on this, and I don't like this, 2-hour runtime. For a Disney movie, no. Some critics are saying it has a confusing plot, and the songs, they say, aren't as catchy as in the first movie. Here's what a few had to say. The critic from Forbes says, a flawed but funny Disney sequel. The reviewer says the characters are strong, the animation is gorgeous, but it was a generic story with aggressively mediocre songs.
Oh.
Aggressively mediocre is how we often describe this show sometimes. Yeah, just aggressively mediocre.
We're fine.
Monday show, aggressively mediocre. Yeah. The Guardian says, a charming return, but the thaw's setting in. The reviewer says the sequel feels more like an extended bonus featurette. Ooh. Finally, the USA Today headline is this. Frozen 2 won't give you the same chills as the phenomenal first film. The reviewer says his daughter thought the movie was too long, and so did he. Now, we should say there are some good reviews as well. There really are some good reviews. Look, I say this a lot. I said it when I used to review movies for Channel 9. I really don't actually think adults should review kids' movies because that's not the target audience. I don't want 92-year-old Al in Wichita, reviewing Frozen 2.
No.
Nothing against Al. I'm just saying it's not the target market.
No, it's not. We're like the side. We're like, oh, there's some funny jokes in there for you, but it's for your kids.
Yes.
So.
And it's still going to make $100 bazillion. Let's be clear, yeah. We have a lot more to come, everybody. Go grab another beverage. We'll be back after this. I'm in the kitchen pulling out more hot dish. Next, John Legend thought it was going to be easy to fill in for Ellen. That was until his wife gives him an unforgettable surprise. We'll show it to you. Then we love a guest who comes to play, and he is one of those people. SNL icon Chris Kattan is back on our couch. We'll talk about his career, Saturday Night Live, and why he's back in the Twin Cities. And does your fridge need a refresher? Or an organizing expert will help you clean out your fridge from tip to tail. Stay right there. That's all coming up.
I feel that male talk show hosts, when they get a vacation, their favorite thing to do is not shave, right?
That's what I was going to say.
Absolutely.
This is the closest I've come.
Right, there you go. So, I mean, you know what? The Colbeard? Is that what it's called? The Colbeard. Wow, I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, mine is the Co-Beard.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Now,
that didn't work.
Are you going to keep it?
You know what? I'm keeping it trimmed. I don't know. I'll probably get rid of it. Every night after my show, my mom texts me and tells me how much she hates it. So
Andy Cohen on with Stephen Colbert comparing beards last night. Andy is part of the first ever BravoCon in New York this weekend, featuring all types of Bravo stars. They're right, though. Talk show hosts do grow beards when they're on vacation, because I grew this thing on vacation, and I never thought that my boss, my longtime boss, Marion Mim Davey, would allow me to keep it, and I've always wanted one. Mm-hmm. So I texted her and I go, Mim, I would like to ask permission, and she granted it, and I never thought she would. So, and now I look like a woodsman. You know what I mean?
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. Well, the people.
My mom loves this, by the way.
Yeah, and the people have spoken.
Yeah, the peeps
fans
like it now.
So.
I had one woman named Sue who did not like it, but
sorry.
Sue has come around. We're friends. I took her to Denny's. We're all good now. Okay. Yeah. Welcome back. And Sherry upstairs, not a fan, but I love you, Sherry. More late night for you. Alex Rodriguez was on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon last night and talked about his upcoming wedding to J-Lo. Now, even though they've only been together for a few years, it seems A-Rod has had a crush on J-Lo for a long time. Look at this.
I found an old video of you, an interview that you gave, and I just wanted to show it tonight because I thought it was pretty interesting. This is from 1998, I believe. Here's Alex Rodriguez.
What would a dream date with Alex Rodriguez be?
Jennifer Lopez. Hopefully you can find me a date with her.
Dude, not only...
Well, that means that dreams actually do come true in America.
Yeah. Not only did you date her, you're marrying her.
But Jimmy, it took me 20 years. And by the way, the swagger with the hat backwards and the gum, I mean, you got to be young to be that cocky and that confident. You got to be young and stupid.
No, absolutely not. That's so cool. I love that.
Yeah, it was swagger back then. It was swagger. Jimmy suggested that A-Rod get married at the Super Bowl where J-Lo is performing. I had a friend who was the manager of a hotel. I won't name. I'll just say I'll refer to them as Howard Johnson's. And she was the manager of a Howard Johnson's. And the Yankees were playing the Twins. And A-Rod was staying at the Howard Johnson's that my friend was a manager at. And A-Rod ordered room service. So my friend, the manager, brought the room service up to A-Rod. She knocked on the door and she opened up the door and he was standing there in a bathrobe and like his underwear. And
Did she drop the platter like?
Yeah. She was like, hello, here's your omelet. Yeah.
I don't know what I would do. At the height of his career, too, when that probably happened, I mean, you saw it. That man's good looking. I honestly would have been like,
yeah, this was around like 08, 09, somewhere around then.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still looking good. But yeah, that was when, There's other stories, but I can't tell you. Next to the dish. The newly crowned, I'll tell you later. The newly crowned sexy, that's why you should come to the show. I'm going to tell that lady right there, right? I'm going to tell her, I'm going to take her up for a cocktail, and it's you and me, lady. That's right, yes. The woman next to her, she's like, I don't know if I want to go have drinks with you. Yeah. The newly crowned sexiest man alive is trying something new today. John Legend is guest hosting Ellen today. Yeah. Ellen's got that Johnny Carson schedule now. She's doing like maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's it. And he got quite a surprise during the show. Look at this.
Don't tell Chrissy, guys. She'll be very, very, very jealous of Ellen. Hello.
Hardest thing I've ever done. I didn't mean to swear. I'm so sorry. Should we do it again?
You didn't tell me you were going to be here.
No. Honestly, I'm so exhausted.
How long were you stuck under there?
A long time.
Oh.
Yeah, obviously, that's Chrissy. That's Chrissy, John's wife, Chrissy Teigen. That would be the one thing I always think about when Ellen does those surprises. How long are those people in that box? And I always know, and obviously we have a working knowledge of how TV works and produced. I always wonder, do you guys too, is there a code word that Ellen has to say that triggers the guy to pop out? You know, or like how do they know?
I assume they have an earpiece. That was always my assumption.
Maybe they do have an earpiece. I don't know, but I always wonder, how do they know when to jump out of that box? I don't know. Well, I got to figure that out. I don't know. It's one of the, I don't know, yeah. You know, every time we do that story, I always look around like someone's going to come at me. Yeah. What? Stop it. Can we take a shot of that guy? He has the nicest cuffs. Sir, I like your cuffs right there. It's a very nice shirt. Yeah. You.
There they are.
That's some facial hair, too, right up in there. Like that. Yeah, it was you, sir. I'm talking to you with the nice cuffs. You, yes. While on the show, Chrissy also took some time to poke a little fun at her husband being the sexiest man alive. Look at this.
If you wanted to cheat on me, you could probably get away with it.
Oh, no, I have a million times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I'm the sexiest man alive. How could you possibly... I make you ham sandwiches. I do all kinds of nice things for you.
Yes, my sexiest man alive. Oh my gosh, this has really gotten to you. It's well deserved, though. I will say, I did love that comment I read to you this morning.
Which one?
It was, they were like, this just proves to you that it doesn't take good looks to be sexy. And it was trying, but it was trying to be a compliment, but it was.
I mean,
That's so funny.
that is so. Well, can you imagine? I was thinking, can you imagine it's a be like Jordan, like your husband. There's no denying, Kendall's husband's a very nice looking guy, but
well, thank you. I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say. But then if he was named something like this, it's funny for you because you can acknowledge he's good looking, but you see him with drool. You know what I mean? You see him.
I've seen him with the flu.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's attractive with the flu.
No.
There's some nastiness right there. Next to the dish, it could be a dream come true for any fan of Hallmark Christmas movies. Like that guy right there. Right there, my guy was right there at the sleeves, yeah. Now, producer Ted is not here today, so we're wondering if this is a coincidence. Is he applying for this job? Because you could get paid to watch these movies. Yeah.
She's like, oh.
You too, ma'am. You can get paid. Yes. CenturyLinkQuote.com is offering to pay someone $1,000 to watch 24 Hallmark Christmas movies in just 12 days. That means 12 days of kisses under a gazebo, 12 days of fake snow, and 12 days of Lacey Chabert. Yes. The only requirement is that you talk about your experience watching the movies on social media. Anyone interested can apply on the website. But
She's
you
ready.
want to do it? Yeah. Can you wait till the dumb show's over first? You have a prime seat. I can't have that empty. Yeah. I love that the audience is trying to flee the show. Yeah. One person will be chosen and they'll get some binge watching essentials along with Hallmark movie swag. Now, here's the deal. You must apply by Friday, September 6th. And once again... December, not September. Once again, it's December 6th. And again, write this down, ma'am. CenturyLinkQuote.com. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, man. I mean, I have to say, I already do watch all those movies.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, Ted reviews them, but I'm always like, yeah, I thought that too. Or like, I don't know, I like that scene.
I couldn't do that.
What?
I can have it on in the background, but to like consciously just sit
no, I'm sorry. I should say, I don't like sit and watch them.
No,
like,
they're on the background.
On.
They're good background.
Yeah,
you know, like
they're
this
great.
weekend, because I think I'm decorating this weekend.
Yes.
So I know it's a little early, but I got the tree out. I'm ready. I got elves. I got the stags out. I'm ready to go. I have my Christmas stags out.
Oh, you got the stags out? Oh, you got the stags out, people.
And I'm inviting that woman to help me right there. Yeah, she's gonna come over right there. Yeah. Still to come, everybody. Still to come, a Saturday Night Live legend returns to our show. Chris Kattan is in town this weekend to do some stand-up. But first, he's joining us on the couch to talk about his memorable SNL characters, his new book, and much more. And later, it is time to clean out your fridge. Learn simple ways to clean it out that can save you time and money. We will be right back. Back after this, everybody. Chris Kattan coming up in just a little bit. Right now, though, it is something we use every single day. But can you remember the last time you cleaned out your refrigerator? Now is a really good time of year to do it. Here to help us maximize our fridge cleaning efforts is, and I love her title, Productivity and Organizing Pro, Louise, everybody, from Everything's Together.
Hi, everybody.
I love your title. I love your title.
Well, and today is a perfect day because it is.
It's how to clean out your fridge.
Clean
Yes,
out your
that's
fridge
right.
Day. Yeah, good reminder.
Okay, but even if this is the middle of December, generally speaking, how often should you I'm afraid of your answer. How long should we be cleaning? How often should we be cleaning our fridge?
Well, you know, it's going to vary a little bit in each household because if you're a house with 4 or 5 kids versus a single person who lives alone, chances are, if you have a larger number of people, you're going to want to look at it probably once a month or every 6 weeks. If you're single or even just a couple like you and your husband, you may only have to do it every couple, 2-3 months.
Yeah, like because producer Ted's refrigerator has like a ham sandwich and a half bottle of wine.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
No, I'm just saying.
He doesn't have a lot of stuff.
Or if you cook a lot, that means it's going to be sloppier or messier. You're going to have more stuff in there.
Yeah.
If you don't cook as much and you do a lot of takeout or somebody else prepares the food.
It's a lot, yeah.
So.
Okay, so let's talk about prep. What do you need to get started?
Of course.
Yeah.
You got to have some tools here.
Okay.
So we want to have our goggles. Got to get those on. And we need our gloves, right?
Louise?
Because things could get kind of messy in there.
Louise?
I'll just put one on.
How dirty is your fridge?
Well, it's been a while.
I mean, if you are wearing goggles.
So, of course, I do this segment every now and again.
Yeah.
And I noticed, it was a good time for me to do the segment again.
Yeah, okay.
So, maybe a mask.
Okay.
Maybe a little odorous. Who knows? You know. Here's an alternative.
Okay.
If you like.
Because, Louise, can I tell you? When I clean the fridge, it's me, paper towel, and 409. That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit. If you don't want to, seriously, if there's some odors in there and it kind of bothers you.
Yeah.
Here's a little tip. A little bit of peppermint oil.
Oh.
Just take a teeny bit. Put it under the nostrils here. So that then, if you're inhaling peppermint.
It's like we are working with cadavers. It's like, okay.
Well, I'm just going to say I have some
get
clients who sometimes don't get to the fridge very often.
Yeah,
so
there are things growing in there.
I'm going to be prepared.
I get it. Okay. Why is there a $100 bill laying on our...
There's a really special test that you should do with your fridge when you get home, or if you're at home and during the break. I want you to get your $100 bill out of your billfold. I want you to go to the door.
The audience is laughing because they're like, let me go to the ATM, Louise, yeah.
I want you to open the door. I want you to take the bill. I want you to put it next to the fridge, and then I want you to shut the door. What you're testing is how good is that seal around your fridge that keeps it cold inside. So if you pull this out and you get some tension, like if it pulls not real easy, if it goes like this, that means that seal or that gasket is not in very good shape.
There's the gasket right there. Okay.
Yeah, that's a.
Oh.
That one looks like not only does it have to be cleaned, but it needs to be
Now
removed.
I need that gas mask.
So why the $100 bill?
Yeah, why? Well, can it be a $1 bill?
Well, here's the thing. If it looks like that, you're probably going to want to take this $100 and hire somebody to replace that gasket and pay for the kit.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Or maybe a new fridge. I don't.
Okay. Next.
So purge stuff out. Oh my gosh, look at the dates on things. You know, like, oh my gosh, this is from 2016. No wonder I haven't been using that. So take the time, or this. Millions of these don't even have to be refrigerated in the first place. They're all fine sealed.
And those don't have expiration dates, which is frightening.
No, not at all. Not at all. So then get out your warm soapy water, a good scrubby, wipe down the shelves top to bottom.
Okay.
And so that way you can move in, and now you can realign the space.
Purge, now and then realign now.
Right, okay, so we've got some tools that make things work better. For instance, these long pieces like this plastic that are great for yogurts. Because now you're using the depth of the fridge and you can pull it all forward, make your selection, push it all back.
I like that.
And you can stack
these.
one on top of another.
Okay.
You know, use turntables. You know, we're used to those in our cabinets.
Yeah.
But they're great in the fridge for things like condiments, dressings, beverages.
My grandma called it a lazy Susan.
It is a lazy Susan. Yeah. It makes it easy.
Yeah.
And then when you choose containers to store food in, choose squares and rectangles, because you max out the space. Round, you lose some space.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Finally,
when you go to utilize some of these tools, you might use some shelf liner, because now if stuff spills, you just take the shelf liner out, go put that in this. Yeah, you don't have to clean up the whole deal. And if you really want to pimp it out, you know, a little bit of this and that.
Oh, look at that.
There you go.
There's a picture right there.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's. Yeah.
Is that yours?
No.
Oh yeah.
No. This is mine.
Oh, that's your, yeah.
There,
That's
yeah,
a fancy refrigerator there, though.
It is, but that's kind of fun. Now, finally, keep it fresh, and this really does work.
It still works. That really does work?
It really does work. Baking soda does absorb odors. So buy the kind that's got you want more surface.
Yeah.
Buy the kind that's there, put it towards the back, middle shelf, and remember to date
Change
it or
it.
something. Put a reminder in your phone so that probably after at least a month or two,
Yeah.
put a new one. I mean, it's under $1. It's not very expensive.
There we go. Louise, everybody, to find an organizer that is right for you, head to napominnesota.com. And what does NPAO stand for?
The National Association of Productivity and Organizing Professionals in Minnesota.
That's right. Chris Kattan, when we return. Back after this, everybody. Stay with us. These are cool. I've never seen these before. Welcome back, everybody. He's one of my favorites. Our next guest. Wow. I was going to say.
Look at that.
I was going to say.
You didn't say my name yet.
I haven't even introduced him.
How exciting.
I don't
That's
even
how
need
it
to
should
say
be.
this. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Kattan, everybody. I had a whole.
Thank you.
I had a whole introduction. Didn't even need it.
No.
Didn't even need it.
And what's funny too is half of them looked at themselves up in the monitor.
I know.
While they're clapping, they're like, "Wee!"
Yeah.
They weren't even looking at me.
No, they're not even looking at you.
No, they
it's
were like,
Chris Kattan, everybody. We didn't see it.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Over here, Chris. Yeah. Okay. Let me start. I always like to, if I can, start with a compliment. So here's what I say, and I mean this. When we meet, when executive producer Jeff over there, when we meet, we talk about guests, we talk about the show in general. We always talk about guests that we love.
Right.
And I always say our favorite guests are the guests that come to play. And you, when you were here the first time, you were so delightful and gracious and kind and funny and revealing. You are always listed on our staff's list of the best of our favorite guests.
Oh, wow. Thank you. That's really nice.
Yeah, no, but seriously, yeah. Yeah. But no, we got. Now I'm gonna think about that the whole hour. Yeah.
Well, because it's true. It's
It
true.
is.
That's why.
But
I just did it too. I'm looking at myself.
you did just look at yourself.
No.
Since the last time you were here, you wrote a book.
I did. I wrote a book. Yes, called "Baby Don't Hurt Me." Is
Yeah,
the name of the
I love the
book.
title. There it is, everybody.
There you go.
What? I love the forward by Seth too. But what?
Isn't it nice?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's very
really nice. What made you want to do a book?
Well, actually, Patricia Heaton told me to write a book.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was complaining to her about a few things. And she said maybe you should write a book.
Yeah.
So, but it's not a book of complaints. It's
Not all of it.
No, not all of it. No. It isn't. But it's obviously it's an autobiography. So it does. I have a full life. I have a very full life, and it talks a lot about SNL and the behind the scenes of that too. And I have a lot of great stories about it too. And people seem to love it. So I'm very excited about it.
And also in the book, and the first time, and we didn't talk about this much last time, but you open up about your back injury.
I do. Yes.
Was that hard to open up about?
It was, because it was. I was so quiet about it, for such a long time, because, being on Saturday Night Live and having an injury and breaking my neck and stuff. I didn't want to be taken off the sidelines. You're part of the show. So I was still performing with this injury. And then I had surgery in the summer, and and then continuous surgeries. There I am.
There you are.
Has nothing to do with surgery, but that's
no. That's that's.
But yeah, no. So it was cathartic though to open up, and I felt people needed to know, because there was a time in my life where, I wasn't being very active, in film and television for a while, and people were like, well, what's up with Chris Kattan and stuff, and so that's what was happening, I wanted people to know, that I was undergoing that stuff.
What do you learn about Chris?
Thank you.
Chris, I was wondering because and I'm actually glad they rolled that clip because a lot of your humor came from your physicality.
Yes.
So what do you learn about yourself when you, because of an injury, you lose an element of your gift, of your, you know what I mean? When you lose an element of what brought people joy for years. How do you reconcile that?
Oh, it was pretty difficult. You get pretty bummed out about it, and you have to, you have to think about your other gifts and you focus on that too. But, I could still do physical comedy,
Yeah.
thank God. And
We're on Dancing with the Stars for the love
sure,
of Pete. Yeah,
there
I
you
mean,
go.
yeah.
But, thank you.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing? Because you thought I was going to do that, but I didn't do it. But yeah, no, it just, I think everybody is taken aback when something happens to them physically or mentally or emotionally, and when that happens, you have to go inside and just rebuild yourself and
recalibrate
and think things out and like what can I do to better myself or prevent this from happening again or and look at your patterns or whatever, and it's just part of life. It's life. These things happen,
As you said, I mean, you have, I could literally spend probably a day with you or any cast member, because I love SNL. You probably have so many stories in your card catalog.
Right.
How do you decide how to edit that down? How do you decide what great stories, because you probably have a wheelbarrow full that you couldn't even put in the book.
Yeah, well, I think about the ones that people want to hear the most, probably the ones that concern guest hosts, like my, working with Tom Hanks or Jim Carrey or David Bowie or Prince or, like people like that, people that really want to hear stories about,
Thank you for saying Prince in Minnesota.
Oh, you're right, of
Yeah.
course. Well, my God, of course, Prince.
Chris knows how to play the audience. He said Prince in Minnesota.
Well, he's a legend.
Yeah.
I don't talk about him in my book at all, but I wanted to mention him.
Yeah.
But you have to be conscious of what people want to hear, and coincidentally, what I wanted to share is pretty much what people wanted to hear. I think the love I have for the same people is pretty much the same love that people have for those people.
We're going to hear more from Chris when we stick around. Everybody, you can see him tonight and tomorrow at the New Hope Cinema Grill. We'll tell you how to get tickets when we come back. Back after this.
Mango, listen. We don't have a lot of time, okay?
Okay.
Can you do this for me?
Yes.
Can you? Okay. You good? Okay.
All right, everybody. Let's have places. And let's settle. And action.
This guy is good. He's making love to the camera.
So good. One of the best casts, I'm telling you. That's our guest today, Chris Kattan with J-Lo back in today. By the way, go get Chris's book wherever you get books, especially if you're a fan of SNL like I am. Great stories. What cast member would make you break the easiest?
Probably Will
Really?
Ferrell. Yeah, I think so.
Did he actively try to do it sometimes?
Not to me. I mean, for example, the more cowbell Blue Oyster Cult sketch.
Yeah.
Well, Roxburgh.
Roxburgh, yeah.
Well, Roxburgh guy's here. I was referring to another sketch. But, Will and I would always make each other laugh. We just had that. And we started in a group called the Groundlings. That's still on there. Who's, I'm happy to say, shorter than me, which was nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's always been, some people say yes, like when I hear people on radio interviews or Stern or on talk shows, people either say Lauren is irritated by breaks or that he's just resigned to the fact that it's going to happen. Does Lauren like when there are breaks?
I think he does, yeah.
Yeah.
He does, apparently, yeah. He does like it. As long as it's authentic.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does like it. I'm not quite sure why, but he does. People are drawn to it. It's very charming.
I think it's endearing. I think
it is. It's very endearing.
Even though even professionals can just lose it. I think
Exactly.
very Carol Burnett-esque.
Especially if the guest host breaks. Yeah, for
exactly.
sure. Yeah.
What was what guest host was the easiest to make laugh in your what pops to mind?
Geez, I don't know.
Or one that you really enjoyed playing off of.
Jeez, I guess I guess Jim Carrey was pretty. He
Really?
laughed a lot. He was always having a good time.
He gets it.
Yeah, he does.
It.
He gets it. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Laura, what's your relationship with what was and what is your? How would you describe your relationship with Lorne Michaels?
It's good. It's a good relationship. You know, we've known each other for a long time, and I did write this book though, however, and it talks a lot about a lot of canon stuff, and I think he was. I didn't hear. I think he's okay with it. You know, you're like laughing.
I love it.
You know,
like, do I?
You know,
Like, do I clap that?
He may not have read it. I mean, there's some stuff in the tabloids that came out that were like they kind of misconstrued some words and stuff. But you know, I was just being honest about stuff that happened. It was so long ago that I think it's okay. But
I was gonna say time washes away.
I think
all the hard feelings.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
But
and looking when you think of SNL, when you think of your time there, what immediately floats to the top? Is there a cast? Is there a time period? Is there a character? When you're just by yourself and you're thinking about your time, what do you think of most often?
Well, one sketch I really loved doing was the Mr. Peeper sketch, the monkey character that you saw earlier.
Yeah.
And I did that with Katie Holmes. And that was one of my favorite sketches that I ever did.
Why?
Because it was, I really pre-planned it. You know, the characters I did, I created myself. But that sketch in particular, yeah, there you go. That sketch in particular had a lot of cutaways, you know, back and forth from her to I, and I had a certain vision of how it were to play with music cues, you know, certain music cues to go with it. And I was really happy with how that came out. It was
so great,
wasn't difficult. So I had to work with the director how to make that happen.
We have to go, but I gotta get I gotta get this question in.
Sure.
The pitch meetings. When is the pitch meeting on Tuesday?
On Tuesday nights, yes.
Is that intimidating? Because if you guys don't know, they have to. The cast has to pitch ideas.
Right.
Did that ever not be? Did that ever stop being intimidating?
It was intimidating, but it's comforting. You just had to come up with an idea. Some people would have a fake idea, even, you know, just to say something.
There's this plant, and
I have Like one time I just said, I have a sketch called Lunch Basket about a guy who goes get lunch at a place called Lunch Basket.
The end.
And I never wrote that sketch. But,
that was it.
Sure.
Chris, it will be tonight and tomorrow night at the New Hope Cinema Grill. He has 2 shows each night. Go to cinemagrill.com for tickets. Chris Kattan, everybody. We'll be right back. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. This is Friday. If you want tickets to come see us next week, just go to our Facebook page. Click that ticket tab right below the cover. Click that ticket tab. You're in by 9:15 and you're out by 11:15. We all will be right back. Stay with us. Wave again, Kendall, right there. Welcome back. Kendall joins me again. We were playing, what is that? I don't know what that is. We were trying to do that.
We're really bad at it.
Yeah, anyway. Before we go today, did you guys see this? This is, that right there. Starbucks just opened its biggest store in the world in my area in Chicago. The company's 6th roastery location features 3 coffee bars, a cocktail bar, and an increased food selection. The store is located, as Oprah used to say, in Chicago's Magnificent Mile of Chicago. Now, that's the good news. Lord knows I love the Starbucks, but this is what makes me sad. Having lived there, they got rid of a beautiful, beautiful store. A Crate and Barrel used to be there. It was a legendary store, and they got rid of it, which I love Starbucks, but I'm like, I don't know. It makes me sad, because when you think of Michigan Avenue, the Magnificent Mile, you think of shopping, and more stores are closing, which makes me sad. But
and now it's Starbucks.
Whose phone is going off? Karen! Give me that phone. Hello? We are doing. It's
I think it's us.
We are doing a show, Karen. She is here all the time. She knows better. I love you. Monday on the show, I'm chatting live with Mr. Big himself. Chris Huck will join us. Plus, we'll talk to him about his new streaming project, Sex and the City, and more. That's going to do it for us. If you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you're doing it wrong. Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye.